A much maligned test required for high school graduation was on the chopping block this legislative session. Critics say Utah's civics test was too easy. Some said it was a waste of time, in some cases unfair, but somehow it survived.
Our Beyond the Books unit decided to investigate why this wildly unpopular test lives on despite some big concerns.
Hey guys, this is the test right here. We talked to a lot of people. The people who have to give it, the people who have to take it, and the people who have to grade it. Every one of them says they do not like the test. But what we found is the debate around this civics test would teach you more about civics than anything you would learn in here. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Beyond the Books.
Okay.
Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, Bill Clinton, or George Washington. Got a hold of the civics test that every Utah student must take to graduate. What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
And let's just say, how many U.S. senators are there?
Oh, crap.
You're screwed.
I know, what?
With a few exceptions. Have you guys heard about this at all?
Yeah.
Have you? Oh, okay. It's not exactly the bar exam. Who is the current president of the United States?
Don't stop!
Okay, you got it. You retired this year.
I'm retired, yeah, this year.
Brian Priest was a Provo High School history, civics, and geography teacher for 30 years. He spent the last couple administering that state-required assessment. He says when Senator Howard Stevenson's bill passed the legislature in 2015, it didn't include any guide to administering it.
The legislature passes a law, gives us no funding to do it.
Priest says he would spend his days trying to track down kids who still needed to take the test. And even though most students passed without a problem, the test, he thought, had a built-in bias that hurt some kids.
I think the students that got tripped up more are the English language learners, anybody that struggled with reading.
None of them asked students to show any real deep knowledge.
That's why Representative Elizabeth Waite.
This isn't about participation.
You got to go to this one.
I need to go back.
Break away. Who, after she gets done voting for this bill, you did it?
Yeah.
Will tell us she thinks the simplistic test should just go away.
It's a waste of time to take the test, and it's a distraction, and it actually gives people the impression that the state not only doesn't care, but they'd rather avoid active involvement. It's stressful, it creates anxiety.
I'm not sure that I'm all that sensitive or concerned when people say we want to eliminate stress.
Representative Steve Christiansen thinks the test is important and fought to keep it.
So the purpose of the test is to make sure that they understand some of the most fundamental things about our country.
So he added an amendment to it.
The bill went through what's called a hijack,
which forced Representative Waite to have to eventually vote against her own bill.
His substitute I did not like. I'm still the sponsor of the bill, so I'm on the floor speaking against my bill.
Wow.
Which is a really weird situation.
Waite says if the state really wants kids to understand civics,
it will be put in the file with bills that did not pass.
The fate of her bill would be a better lesson.
I think we need to just put that on tape and distribute it to the government and citizenship teachers to show them what can happen.
Meanwhile, how many stars does the U.S. flag have?
50.
Ding, ding, ding. The civics test lives on, much to the chagrin of those who have to take it.
So does it seem pretty easy?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should have to take it?
No.
Now, proponents of the test say it's the same test that people have to take to get citizenship in the United States. That's why they say they like it. Representative Waite says it doesn't matter. It's still a worthless test. And she says next legislative session, she's going to fight the test again. Guys, back to you.
All right, Chris, thanks. If you have education questions that you'd like the Beyond the Books unit to look into and investigate, you can find contact information and other stories at KUTV.com.